money, when it's not savers. You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base. Check 48. The ball. We got to get the ball. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. No. Hey, wahoo. Speed grip.
Now they try the right side here. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stand up in. Shift. Kill. X3. 218. Chop. Hatchet. Five.
Back to throw. Hall. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Get wide. Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Undercrunch. He's crashing. He's checking. General West. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
10 Lobo. They're running it. Shoot.
Paul now off the play fake. He wants it all for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deon Cain, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Burns, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic. Number 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. I got him. 49, check 49, check 49.
On first down, Hall, and that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Under chase, team 6, team 6.
Now Hall, throwing again. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You can't get past me.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 48 the mark. Hey, Orville.
Here's Hall. to throw on second down. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready, ready.
48. All day, every day, any day. Check, 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 check.
Rush in. 61, matchbox, white. Deep grip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Let's go, Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Situation. Let's go. Alert. Switch. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 52. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On second down and 4. Rosen. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive where they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, 8, read.
Right. He's done right here. Set the right.
Roll out.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Set.
To throw it is Hall. On 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Pilot, 64, read.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff looking right, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Looking to throw. Hall. It's caught. Beckham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Zoo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, who we got? Check 3.
Hey, Alpha. Big River.
Hall from the gun, he'll throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twitch.
Middle. High.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. That one complete to Hill. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rosen looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm coming after you. 80. I'm coming after you. Alert 28. Alert 3.
Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now 3rd and long coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the pass.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
General West. Hey, exit. 5.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Hall now looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Come on, set. 10 logo. 5. Just need you. It's hurry.
Mike 48. Hey, let's get this. 48, come on.
Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hall. Looking left side, and it's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check that. We want Mike. Go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. They complete it to Hill. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to... Third and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Connect. 180. Alert, alert, alert. Watch the out, watch the out.
Now it's Rosen. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Got it. 48. We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. All day. All day. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Slash 61, matchbox light. 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, Haywood. Get up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
10-2 stop. We got it. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 48. I got one. 48, Mike. 48, Mike.
Check.
Hey. High 7.
Right now, let's go. All day, punt.
Come.
48 for Mike. Check.
80 weapon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 40 now on second down. Rosen nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Third and long here for Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to throw. Hall eluding the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now Hall back to the air on second down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Hall. Off play action. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Deion Kane, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rosen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen buying time to his left. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check 4, check 4. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
You draw quarters. Hey, wahoo!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Sam on. Go.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. What? Squeeze. Check 52. 2.
To throw it is home. Operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Leo.
Hall off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kendrick Bourne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Las Vegas. Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw is Rosen. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rosen will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
We got 4. Check 37. Check.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Hall now throwing on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
218, chop.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Good game, man. Good game.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for our visitors, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.